Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics.eth. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Winter, 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 winter. Welcome. Winter, 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 Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches.
What up, niggas? Surprise, surprise. There is too much fucking shit going on to not show up in this bitch and say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, something. This shit is crazy. Have y'all seen enough?
Man.
Like, let's be honest. Have y'all seen enough? This shit is fucking wild, right?
It's putting it mildly.
To put it mildly. What are we living through right now, guys? So, one, how the fuck have y'all been? It's been a while. Welcome back. Me, welcome back. How many of y'all caught my crazy space last night with Rick Stoner from back in the day from the Bob Surplus interview? That was some crazy shit last night. Understand very clearly, do not type anything out of that spaces into YouTube or say shit that's going to get the show canceled, because it's a certain shit that goes in spaces that is definitely not going on fucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So, a little discretion. We got Mick Tickerson in the building. He's one of the speakers yesterday in the spaces. So I couldn't do this alone because, you know, this shit crazy. A little out of practice. Haven't been on the airwaves in a little bit. Man, is this fucking spotlight in my face brighter than usual, or is it just me? But man, is the world full of some nonsensical shit, Tickerson. What you gonna say?
It is. The Crossman saying you think you're low on voice.
I'm low on voice? Okay. Fucking always something. Got it. Alright. Should be better now. Too important to miss this. Joining in from the hot tub and my honeymoon. Idiot Simon trying to fucking wreck the honeymoon with this show. Your missus don't want to learn none of this stuff, boss. Remember, you signed up for this crazy shit. She did. Let that girl enjoy her honeymoon. Well, yeah. So if anybody gets into spaces yesterday, you got a front row seat to what emotional lensing can do to, you know, distort an accurate view of reality. And that's really all I give a shit about in Twitter, is studying the way humans reshape the world that they see from their egocentric position. And depending on how emotionally, you know, entrenched they are, the distortion becomes greater and greater and greater. But if you understand that it's like gravitational lensing, then through that bend, you actually have a window into an accurate picture of reality, right? And the thing is not to get sucked in emotionally into all the different viewpoints and, you know, feelings that are coming out, so that you can basically reconstruct what it is they've taken a portion of and project it as a shadow on the wall, right? We talked about that cave allegory. And that two-dimensional shadow casted on the wall is casted from a source of information that you have to reconstruct from the shadow. So whether we talk about, you know, the shadow casted in 2D and reconstructing the 3D, or talk about, you know, emotional lensing, the goal is to use the highly reliable human animal's distortion. You like that term, human animal? Distortion of reality, and the guarantee that the bulk of them will do it, to use it as a way to see through the lens to detect where the value actually is that they've all hidden from themselves because of the need to own the narratives that they do, right? Ego makes these people have to own reality, own their own version of it, and sell it to you and force you into it. You saw that with our would-be fucking, you know, African journalist who had the IQ collectively of a fucking like low-end food processor, right? The more triggered he got once he didn't have empirical data, fucking his entire fucking like, you know, etiquette went out the window. What you gonna say, Tiki?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was it, right? The amount of cognitive dissonance surrounding this whole thing, people making up stuff, telling stories backwards, like all of it's crazy to watch happen in real time.
You imagine trying to solve the situation in the Middle East where no one can fucking give you an honest fucking picture on fucking shit. No matter what's written down in the public or what's been stated or what's on video, right? Everyone is able to be, you know, the tail wags the dog, and they can repeat a narrative long enough and you'll believe it. You know, it's one of the funniest things.
That's it. That's it. It's all wild. Everybody's got a different version. Like nobody's is exactly the same.
And that makes it also, that's what all makes it so dangerous, right? That everyone does have a different version. and no one fucking is willing to actually move. The internet has actually given rise to the internet data, and their biggest thing was that they never had power in this world. So that's what they have now, is the ability to fucking say something, not get punched in the fucking mouth, and the world is polluted with the viewpoints of the fucking food in the system, and it's an unfortunate thing. But when you look at stuff like this goes back to footprint, right? How easily this is able to be sold to us, how quickly, right? If you actually witnessed what these people live in, you'd be stunned that they can actually sell this to us so quickly. They can make you hate Russians overnight, and they can make you wish death to the quote-unquote terrorist, right? Whoever those guys might be. It's the craziest shit you'll ever see. But this is the nature of war, and it's all part of the cycle. Key to being a good market maker is to control the thoughts that precede actions, and that's what you watch is happening. One of these guys is a really good market maker, one is not, and one has access to fucking the wheels in your mind and the ability to plant an idea so that you will help enable a genocide, and it's what has been happening with none being the wiser, really. We had a lot of stuff we posted out here, something worth paying attention to. What if, niggas? The bull market of energy that came from the fucking internet bubble, right? Right now we have some amazing fundamental catalysts with BRICS attempting to basically jack up cost of credit and energy in this country. And if we take a look at things the opposite way, from tech to energy and put it energy to tech, well, there is a much larger bull flag sitting around than anybody's ever thought about. And that motherfucker has just barely begun to get going. If this rotates, this is the BRICS bull flag of our time, not just the TNX and the CRB flags that we've outlined, but the rotation from a very tech-centric United States, a very energy-heavy fucking BRICS, would be a hell of a fucking rotation in the world stage. So definitely some food for thought, right? You gotta love those what ifs.
Oh yeah.
Don't y'all love the what ifs? You love the what ifs, right? I posted this here, and for the sake of my station, go fucking read it on Twitter. So, just to be keen. So, you guys, we haven't been here in a while. Have a lot to talk about, right? Timed out something pretty amazing. You guys got from when we were doing the shows an amazingly accurate 100% basket on energy, and we were able to time Peter Schiff as a center read to the location of the exact low of that rotation and catch it back the other way. So hopefully you guys, in the time that we've been off air, with the intel channels being fully stocked over inside of Discord, you guys have fucking found a way to kill it, because we've kept these guys nice and full with as much intel as you could ever want. So the precision of market prep has gone to the roof. We've actually changed this up a bit and started to add much more levels and things like that. That's a little bit above the noob's position in the room, but we're trying to move everybody up a little bit and try to provide more intel everywhere that we have it. So as we've been off the air, we've made sure to give you guys like an accurate read of what you should be paying attention to. So a lot of you have been able to trade these guys and follow the plans that we've laid out pretty well. So all in all, trying to keep everybody in a good place. Chop zone play, pretty amazing, right? Watch out for the chop zone. Play him when he leaves. You guys got that down really good. Saw some really good before and afters of folks nailing this on the exit of the box. I myself actually managed to balls that up, believe it or not. This one is another great warning intraday, and we're running warnings intraday now as we have recovered some of our health. We're able to kind of manage like giving you mid-session updates and things to help kind of, if we see something we think is dangerous, to let you know to watch the fuck out. So definitely make sure if you've accidentally turned off the notifications on market prep, you pay attention to it, because we're pretty much guiding the intraday macros here, and then we have like more nuanced intel of obviously the other channels. So right now this morning, what do we have? Today is Columbus Day. It's a banking holiday, actually, I believe, over here in the United States. So
yes, it is.
I think schools and my kids home, so I think some things are closed, but the volatility that came in with this was actually stunning. They made a hell of an announcement. If you guys saw this, it was pretty wild. We gave you a warning on the CPI number. Very rarely do you see this, and seeing this twice in a week was definitely something that I thought was pretty crazy. But last night, the situation was so crazy that they actually delevered the futures market completely. Meaning that, like, if you want to buy like a fucking micro NASDAQ, you're putting up $16,000 for the whole contract and $160,000 for the big ones. So this was the absolute worry, right? And the fact is, right, if you went into the weekend with like, a couple micros on the NASDAQ or a big contract, whatever the fuck you're doing, you would have likely been margin called on 6 p.m. open on right here, unless you had the amount of capital to cover. They basically force liquidated everybody out of the fucking market on this news, and most people don't realize that. But this is death to retail. That's who they targeted with this. And you want to pay attention when you see stuff like
everybody.
that. Shake, they just strangled you out of your position. Fuck Shake. It's like, nigga, get the fuck out of this bitch. Like, I don't know what you was thinking. You ain't getting paid today. You ain't getting paid on all these fucking crises. And it tells you something, right? Free market? No. You trade where we say you should trade. Oh, hey, oil's going to go negative and you can actually fucking be paid to take possession. We're going to turn that off because that wasn't what we intended for you to do. And so in this, you kind of see that retail is just the ball bearings in the machine. You're just supposed to allow for ease of movement from one place to another. You're not actually supposed to get your money back out of this thing. Pay attention to that, right? When they shut off the ability to take possession of oil for the average person, look, futures contracts say I get X. How exactly deny me the right of my contract just because you think it's an anomalous event? And he did it again here, right? So this wasn't for your protection as much as it looks like it's for your protection, because this would have liquidated anyone who had an existing position over the weekend and likely destroyed them. But yeah, something you see these warnings, pay attention, because the CME won't do this unless there's going to be some outsized volatility. And if they remove us from the liquidity that's in the marketplace by delevering it so few of us can buy stuff and the ones that are kicked out, it only makes the market move fucking faster. And so it exacerbates the volatility situation. So it is counterproductive. But it does serve the purpose of getting us the fuck out of the way. And so you want to look at where this happened, right? They did just force liquidate everybody out of the fucking market. So where did they do that?
It's just wild to see it. It's nuts.
Right? Well, they would have, on the opening, would have liquidated pretty much everyone here. And so this is the CL. If you guys remember, this is actually the projection we made. He did exactly what he said. He would counter off this trigger and then create a bull flag. And who knew the tip of the spear would be a fucking new Yom Kippur War 50 years after the one in 1973. But here we are, right? An amazing fucking point in the system to pay attention to that we must fucking not ignore. Because this also coincides with something we talked about, right? Oil has the capability of rising in a rising volatility environment. And that is the situation we're facing right now as the VIX snookers up against the long-term trend line from fucking COVID. This is just now happening. Remember, we draw a lot of these guys down here. This is a bull flag as long as a new low is made, right? You don't want to just draw a top line down and everything. Some people do that. But here, this is where the new low is made. This is absolutely the last high point contact. This is it. This is the possible rotation after the 2B of the long-term VIX trend line that we told you. Along this trend line, right, the shit would continue to get crazier and crazier and crazier. The headlines will keep on changing. And we'd be saying, I wish we'd go back to the way it used to be. I wish we'd go back to the way it used to be. No, motherfucker. Shit's going to get crazier and crazier and crazier the longer this fucking we go up this trend line, and you can see it. The average news since COVID has been fucking nuts. I would think many of you are hard-pressed to remember what the fuck the main news stories of 2021 and 2022 are. Now that you're in 2023 and you've been inundated with so much shit you can't even fucking think. But the most important thing you pay attention to is this rotation that we forecasted. And where did it come from? Trolex, the downfall of civilization. When I tell you I name levels a fucking specific way, I tell you, right? The downfall of civilization is what the fuck you're watching in the Middle East right now. Uncanny, don't you think?
Oh my God. That level's so sick.
I'm still sick as fuck. Downfall of my civilization. Yeah, I mean, it's uncanny, but it's accurate. Those pieces of shit just being the absolute fucking, like, garbage of fucking the NFT space and putting it on display so consistently, that's all that popped in my mind. This attitude of this incel pussies that you see in fucking Clonex and the way they act because I can't punch them in the fucking face and they can talk shit like pussies to my kid online. That's the downfall of civilization. That's not civilized. They're fucking garbage. And fucking the internet has allowed the rise of the beta. That is the downfall of civilization. And Clonex or Trolex, basically, I stamped into it. They are the poster child of what's wrong with the world today in the internet age when it's unmanaged. And your fucking incel little pussy in his mom's basement can talk shit to you and you can't knock his fuck ass out. Right? None of those cock blowers are going to ever come to New York and talk shit. And that's open invite. You come up here, nigga, you go find out. Ain't none of that shit going on in real life. You keep talking online, you fucking pussy boys, because that's the only place you're safe. But that's the fucking fact of the matter, right? These little bitches that you see in the NFT space, the good morning plebs, the substanceless motherfucker, everybody with a voice, regardless of facts. It's the downfall of civilization, man. And you have to have fucking, you have to have a reset, right? And with destruction comes, a breath of life anew. So we see what happens here. But this is rather crazy. So as a timing thing goes, you all should be paying extremely close attention to this compressing corner. Let's put a date on this. Where is the date? Right here. The intersection is October 23rd. So well within our Lunar New Year, which actually fits into a calendar that none of you follow, right? Guys saw that post?
Oh, yeah.
You guys pretty sure you know when the first of the year is? I bet you think you do, motherfucker. Anyways. So that was a lot. Is that a hell of an opening monologue, or is it just me?
That was amazing. Just rapid fire.
That Discord, that space is just, I'm telling you, man, just sitting in that fucking Discord with y'all fucking sleep, it just turned my brain off. I had to get back out there and go process these fucking trolls out there to go figure out where the fuck I was. And at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm a fucking shark for information. I just go to information, I process it, and I solve where the value proposition in the information is. That's all I give a shit about. I give a fuck about how you feel about it, how anybody feels about it, how many people tripping out in my spaces feel about it. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking know. You stick a fucking tampon in the bitch and move on. None of that means shit to me. All I care about is data. And if you're going to act like an ass, you're just a better piece of data for me. That's it. Nothing else matters. Cry to your fucking mother. You know, wipe your pussy. Cry to somebody who cares. I've never been that motherfucker. So that's what keeps you accurate. Don't do what the animals do, right? Morning, sir. Morning. Who do you got here? How many of you got watching this craziness?
112.
What? 100 of you showed up, so you guys really did go to sleep on me in the fucking Discord. I'm gonna strangle midgets. I knew y'all were still there. I knew it. I knew it. Is this show a little too, like, morbid with the skulls and shit, me being all kind of excited at the same time? It's kind of fucked up, I guess. I'm not excited about the skulls. I'm just kind of excited about doing the show, because I really didn't know if I could kick out a piece of art at the fucking speed I did this morning, because I was coughing up a lung, and I was like, boy, I don't think I could do the surprise show. And I was like, there's too much shit going on not to do a surprise show. So, surprise, bitches. How'd you guys like it? One of my darker themes.
I dig it.
You dig it? It could be misinterpreted as having nigga having halitosis, but it's not. Now, actually, honestly, in this mask, you know, maybe I could have brushed teeth closer to the show, but I don't have halitosis. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I know it's terrible. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Wow, I think I got a lung infection. Anyways, I'm not dead yet, so here we are. Finally free, bitches. I don't think these motherfuckers realized what was coming back to Twitter when I would put this up. We don't use Twitter like other people. At all. Twitter's a database. And it's a source of information, right? Right, Tiki? I mean, every answer you could want to everything on Earth and off Earth lay through the fucking lens of the fucking ignorant. Quote
Absolutely.
Click that.
The ability to spot right? The ability to spot value, they make it much easier.
Was that a cigarette lighter?
Point of value. No.
That wasn't a cigarette lighter. I'm listening, motherfucker. I don't care if we're live. I'm on your ass if we're live. I don't give a shit. I can't make jokes. I'm gonna fucking die if you ever make me laugh anymore. Anyways, Faces of Death, motherfucker. I'm dying. If I died on the show with this name called Faces of Death, that'd be some shit, wouldn't it?
Oh, man.
I'm trying to jinx the jinx, nigga. I'm not trying to go down in flames on this shit.
You need to go to the doctor.
So we touched on a lot. That was a hell of a space, right? Fucking, we started on motherfucking Mars, niggas, and fucking, you know, tail spun our way over to the Middle East. Boy, was that crazy. But I'm testing the fucking limits of Elon's freedom of speech, and I put a lot of things out there that would have likely had my account deleted within moments had I done it 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So, unless he reverses his policy, read and follow everything I posted. That's the stuff that everyone can't get enough of the parts put together without the abuse of a specific law that keeps us all quiet, so no one can compare notes, so no one can really put together what the fuck is going on out there. And then one of the most critical things to fucking understand is what drives this actual insanity in the Middle East. And it's not any of your conventional wisdom. It's thousands of year old logic that's underpinning what the fuck you're seeing from thousands of year old civilizations. And ultimately we have a fucking like handcuff on us so we can't talk about it. And without really understanding the situation, you really can't speak on the humanitarian crisis that's unfolding in front of your face, right? It lacks major context. So I'm big on keeping things in context throughout history, because history tends to, mimic itself. It doesn't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. And if we don't have an accurate record of the first occurrence, we will not have any kind of read on what's coming around. So it behooves us to actually inform ourselves, right? Chance favors the prepared mind, and an ignorant mind is definitely not that. That sounded all kind of fucking like classy and shit before I hacked up a lung again, right?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome back.
One of the things that's crazy to see from the space yesterday was people can't even keep context of real dates.
Nope.
Like they're actually changing things in real time, and nobody will look anything up. Anything.
And the thing is, the information is public. Why wouldn't you want to have accurate information? They don't care about that. People fucking just want to win, right? You ever heard that saying? You can be ready, you can be happy. Be happy, motherfuckers. Be happy.
That's just it.
Niggas don't like being happy. It's like fucking crime.
They just want to be right all the time. They'll lie just to be right, like with shit that's easily found information.
Right. The reality is, it's something I post to you guys very often, right? Most people are sheep. Can't wake them up no matter what. They just see what they want to see. And if you allow it, they'll take you right off a cliff with them. Recognizing they live their entire lives in a fantasy/prison of their own making gives us a whole new level with which to play the game. It is a very high probability bet. The average person you speak to is living inside some kind of version of a fantasy they fucking created and attempting to superimpose onto your world and pull you into. You have to do everything in your power not to do this. This is the mechanics of how fucking everyone gets a bad idea and never realizes it, right? It's like a virus if you let these people speak to you from such a position. Say it again.
That's a memo.
Big memo.
That is a memo right there.
You want to see the craziest irony? This is pretty funny. Where'd Hamas get all the M4s? Huh? That's so great. Where'd they get the M4s, motherfucker? Where'd they get the M4s? Nobody wants to answer these questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker. Like, well, lucky for us facing World War III, we're really prepared with these fucking clowns. Kill me now. I think we're gonna lose, guys. Just between you, me, and a hole in the wall and a hole in my head. Dear God. But yes.
Oh, no.
So this is how we're intimidating the powers that be. We'll come and get you, motherfuckers. We don't know which one of us will come and get you. But we'll come.
And they're on the other side. On their receiving, I'm like, oh no.
Twitter's all kinds of crazy since I left. I don't know what the fuck y'all have been doing since I left, but motherfucker, y'all need to fucking eat some goddamn red meat. This is about the definition of the word irony, if I have ever seen it. So we talked about this many years ago. It's pretty funny, right? This is the whitewashed version of fucking ISIS's story, right? As long as he's blonde hair and blue-eyed, this is the story we can get behind. Well, look which motherfucker has a problem with the story now. Luke, say it ain't so, bro. Have you forgotten your training, sir? You're the white ISIS. You can't do this. But he's doing it. So,
oh no.
I think this is the most silliest thing I've ever seen, and I so enjoyed catching him in this, because it's like, bruh. Too old to begin the training. Appears that Yoda was correct, and he's done forgotten the training. This is what you say the drift is real, motherfucker. The drift is real. It's real.
Oh, no.
Yo, how did the timelines from TV and real life get mixed together like this? What the hell is happening? This is so not correct. The whole world's like, this is like the Twilight Zone, and then the episode you woke up and you're in the TV is like, oh god, this is my greatest fear watching Twilight Zone is I could get sucked into this. How do I get out of this bullshit low budget movie? Is this fucking real, Luke? I loved him as a Joker in Batman, but what are you doing? Luke,
See that one.
it's just crazy. I don't even. Do you guys want a macro? Are we talking about markets? What the fuck is happening? Does anyone want to trade anymore? The whole planet's gone to shit. It's just ridiculous. I lose brain cells taking this stuff in. When I was 25, nothing worked like this. It's real crazy. We spoke about the entropy of mankind, right? 40-year-old guys, 50-year-old guys, don't act anything like when I was a kid. When I was 20 years old, you met a motherfucker who was 40 to 45 years old. He was Mr. So-and-so. Rick hosting the show yesterday, his name is Rick. I'm Kaz. I'm 45. What the fuck happened to everybody? His name's Tiki. This nigga's my age. Mr. Tiki? What the fuck?
I'll take it.
We're going down a slippery slope, champ. We're going down a really slippery slope.
Really, all right. There was all that. Everybody was Mr. something or Miss something.
Now the hip hop artists coming back are fucking 50. Redman's back. Method Man's back. Fucking niggas at 25 can't articulate fucking anything but fucking mumbles. Like, bro. Trying to save us, god damn it. The whole world's lost this shit. Jesus. So yeah, I'll my bad. I probably should have a mute button handy somewhere, but it's nowhere near me. Sorry about that. Anyways, it's 8:50. I did want to get in here and kind of like speak on this stuff, speak on the stuff that's out here. You guys got to go look at this stuff. It'll give you a hell of a fucking insights into why we speak the way we do and why we deal with people on Twitter the way we do. It's not being mean. It's not anything but being fucking objective in our evaluation and valuation of the situation we see, right? And you speak out of complete ignorance. You don't realize the level of damage it can cause. But I don't have to have a person get to the level of where they fucking create a wall of ignorance that basically allows you to genocide an entire population and then say, okay, now your ignorance is dangerous. Valuing someone being ignorant and being dishonest before they get in a position of power is fucking like is the smart money trade, right? When everyone realizes you're a fucking dictator, bitch, it's already too late. And so we might cut your face off for what you think is a very small white lie. The fact that you lie in a small resolution on something inconsequential only is a fucking warning for what you'll do if you have any position of power whatsoever. So it's just fucking a piece of data in your face that gives you a very advanced fucking warning of what the fuck you're dealing with. Just most people don't value it until a person's a place they can harm them. You should fucking treat that as a tell of a person's character. They will keep doing it anywhere else, and if they have power, it gets worse. The collusion of everyone online, basically mass marketing death to one population in this region at the fucking behest of the propaganda of the fucking ruling class that's doing it. I mean, Jesus Christ, right? You wonder how the Nazis got away with 80% approval as they fucking went after those people? Wonder no more, and look at how the fucker one sits around as fucking Palestinians are genocided in an open air internment camp in broad daylight. No one gives a shit. It's the same mechanic. So,
oh yeah,
that's a whole lot. Please don't fucking terminate my station, Mr. YouTube. I'm just trying to speak on people that aren't fucking, of fairer complexions. Us people behind the mask.
They also have no voice, right?
They have no voice.
They have no media outlets of their own, so they have no voice to get their story out.
No TV stations, Here's a really great video I put out that I thought has spoken very carefully to make sure he protects himself from getting attacked. And careful while the reprogramming is going on. Don't get hit, because right now it's a little brain chip swap they got going on. Where's this video put out? But the reality of fucking where the stories come from in the world is worth exploring. Where'd it go? This is... did I lose the video? I don't know. I posted a lot of shit. This is a very important video I posted a while ago. Let's listen to it again. You wonder where the world can get such a tilt? Let's listen to our little Chinese friend over here articulate the data he found. And listen to him very carefully. He makes a very astute point, right?
Suggested we do as well. Kanye West actually suggested we do as well. We kind of forget about history and take a look just at the engineering, the logical, rational side of all of this. Because for all of the emotional outrage that he causes when he says the words like the Jewish media, I mean, the media is kind of controlled by a lot of Jewish people out here. We can actually see here who controls your mind. This was a chart back in 2013. All of these red is Jewish people, right? So they own like Universal Studios, ABC News, CBS, CNN, Columbia Pictures, DreamWorks, Facebook, Google, also run by Jewish people, Yahoo, Marvel, Pixar, The New York Post, LucasArts, MSNBC, DreamWorks, Comcast, The New York Times, Comedy Central, Wall Street Journal. I mean, admittedly, a lot of these large media organizations and tech companies that are able to shape global narratives are run by Jewish people. So does Kanye West have a point here? And to me, it's kind of like saying there's a lot of white male power in executive management positions in corporate companies, and nobody gets mad about that. But when Kanye West says there's a lot of people of Jewish religion in these media companies and tech companies, then everybody gets upset all of a sudden.
Right? Nobody has a problem saying a neighborhood's an all-white neighborhood. Why exactly is one
No.
population of people completely off fucking limits for every person on the planet in every fucking nation to say a word about? That doesn't sound like a victim with that kind of reach. Food for thought.
No.
So that's as much as I can say there before they nuke my station anyway. But yeah, so you're living under the foot of somebody who's got a lot of power and he's no victim. Anywhoosie. So I'm on short time. It's 8:56. I'm not gonna have time to do a war story. I know I've got an assload of them back there. I definitely like to catch up on them. I wanted to get in, just have a quick show to kind of put some things in perspective and actually take a look at where we are in this particular climate, where we are in the VIX, and then, you know, touch on some of the things we've been aging in the shows before that is worth you guys catching up to, like the current state of the VIX and like the current state of oil, which are, you know, three of the big pieces of what we're watching, right? Oil, tech, and volatility is kind of the main things that we're paying attention to right now. So with this pullback that we got from Peter Schiff opening his mouth on Thursday the 28th, we now have a new Yom Kippur war possibly breaking out to create a gap and reversal the other way. So what a hell of an interesting sentiments we have on both ends of the flag here, and possible rotation, right? So within this flag, we have a Peter Schiff sentiment here. We have the potential holy war here, and we have a rotation, absolute rotation in energy here. So this could be a counter structure in energy versus tech. So we want to be aware of that, right? So if the VIX continues to pump out, it'd be the first clue that tech is not the guy that would be the, you know, go risk on. TNX things, you know, paying attention to this guy. Holy crap, right? This is what we worried about happening on him. And this is mortgage rates going absolutely fucking crazy as fuck. This is the cost of credit, right? It's a two-pronged war. CRB, Thompson, where is it? Thompson. This is our other guy, right? And this is our commodity bull flag. So in looking at these things right now, right, the main thing is to keep on driving costs up in the United States for, you know, the average citizen and choking us out. And, you know, even looking at this, I found something really remarkable when we look at this bull flag and we look at the things that we're being affected by, right? In this CRB bull flag, we could look at energy. We could look at the things Americans actually use, Americans eat, right? Sugar. What was it? Butter. If I could find this one. Wrapped ETH. What the heck is that? Futures. Butter. There it is. What was the other guy?
It's cows, no?
No, it was cows. I already got. Oh yeah, cows. Beef. What's the grain-fed one? Grain-fed. I always forget him.
Same.
Where you, sir? Ellie. I don't see that the grain-fed guy. Is it GF? Grain feed, yeah, feeder cow.
Be.
Okay, so feeder cow's like the lower quality cow. All right, him. And I want to show you something crazy, right? So these are the things that have been pumping. If you look here, COVID, right? Real catalyst to fucking like all these guys going crazy. If you look at like all the things Americans care about, from the things that they even eat, they're at a disadvantage. But what's really stunning about this, right? And we look at this, they've all been pumping clearly. Butter's not so high here. We look at the counter structure of this bull flag, and we can actually see, right? In this, we can see that sugar, cattle, and where's our oil? Oil beginning his rotation now, right? Our energy part is doing what he's doing right there. But here's something crazier. Let's look at the main food supply of some of the folks in BRICS, right? As far as China goes, their main meat supply is actually hogs and soybeans, which they feed the hogs with, right? And also eating every single fucking food known to man. And it's not just that we're getting fucked everywhere across the board. Their cost of living is staying stable, and the food supply that they eat isn't moving either. Ours is moving, right? You look at fucking this right here, we zoom in a little bit. You can actually, from the top of this bull flag, right? From the top of this bull flag, you'll actually notice grain-fed cattle, sugar, all tearing ass. Hogs are actually down since this point. They're receiving a benefit like at every side of the equation you can imagine. Their cost to feed themselves, their cost to shelter themselves is staying stable or dropping, and they're fucking actually increasing payrolls over there. Like, the BRICS attack is working, and no one seems to be the wiser. They're hitting us in everything we fucking care about. Pretty crazy. I do see somebody in the audience that is, I gotta say a very special hello to, and I don't want to miss this opportunity. So, energy, Welcome back to the show, sir. I'd like to show you your level. So Energy was a devout vegan when we met him. And we convinced him of whatever the fuck. And this motherfucker switched his diet to involve eating cows right there. And if you saw the clip of this show, it's like, what are the chances he's not the only vegan that changed his diet? You motherfuckers have put us into a goddamn crisis, Energy. What have you done? How much you eating, you fat piece of shit? Jesus fuck all Christ. You're a skinny ass Indian guy. What are you, the size of fucking Jabba the Hutt now? Actually crazy. I'm so sorry I convinced you to eat burgers, dog. I can't even afford a ribeye anymore. No, so shit is crazy. What a sync wave, right? I'm gonna die on this show. That's actually one of the craziest levels ever, because Jesus Christ. You motherfucker, go back to eating salads, you fuckface. You just screwed us all into the ground. Yeah, how great is that? That's gotta be one of the greatest. I know the fucking Leon level is good, but this is epic. What a piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. I got legitimate tears in my fucking mask. I shouldn't be having this much fun in a show called Faces of Death.
That is amazing. He just said with all the soy around, I had to get my testosterone back up.
I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
All right.
Just recovering on the floor. All right. All right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I think. Jesus.
What a start to the day.
Are we supposed to be trading today? Thank God I'm already in something, but fuck. Do you guys need sheets? I'll just put it all on the show. I don't have time to make a write-up, so let's do a macro. Can't breathe. I actually can't breathe because I'm sick, but plus this bullshit. Alright, niggas. Let's focus. No, okay, Breezy, you should actually probably think about that. It almost feels like I'm drowning. But anyways, I can't see shit. Fucking mask on mask issues. All right.
Oh yeah, Izzy just dropped that bonds are closed today.
Bonds are closed today. All right. Well, I guess I'll forego the bond TA section I always do, Teakerson. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we haven't looked at this thing in a while. It's actually one of the more fun shows I've had in a long time. I'm actually enjoying this. All right, what's happening? So, my head's splitting. All right, Ragnarok's humility. Unbelievably, we're still over that. So this is our main swing level, right? To go down into the year where Phantom Zone is. This is a big line in the sand, right? This is the guy who expected us to all be punished for our fucking, like, you know, for profiting in a market he didn't believe should be happening. And so we probably need to clean some stuff up here. Boy, I can't breathe for shit. Why aren't you sizing up? So let's clean this up. Let's clean up some of the old stuff we have on here, and let's get these levels visible again. So if you know how good the energy level is, don't you fucking knock these Ragnarok levels. This nigga's epic too. He changed the course of fucking the United States' life. People will be like, don't you fucking put my name in this show, motherfucker. Don't get me involved in whatever fucking hocus pocus you be on with this bullshit. Don't say nothing retarded in the channel and I won't have to grab you. So he's kind of interesting right now. As long as he holds Ragnarok, there's a chance we might rotate this. If the VIX shows out on the angle, at least fucking consolidates loading that wedge we showed until October 23rd, we can have at least a retrace to the fucking downward angle. QQQ. Looking at him, a little bit tighter packed. Wow, it looks crazy, but let's zoom out on him. Right? Very actually high and tight flag here. It doesn't actually look so chaotic for fucking what everyone's thinking. Everyone's looking for a war that should be like, oh my god. So the one bright spot in here might actually be this guy. again. Because what's his thought? He's disappointed. So far, the reaction in markets to the tragic events in Israel and what they imply, especially considering Iran's role, is far too muted. Oil should be up a lot more than 4 and gold a lot more than 15. And treasury and stock market should be getting hit much harder. Well, if oil reliable is any fucking, anything at all useful, we might have a stay of execution today. So keep this under advisement.
Well.
This guy is literally space trash, right? So he's looking for death today, so maybe it's tomorrow. I don't know. But as long as Peter Schiff's running his mouth, you should never take your eyes off the birdie. So we've actually recovered quite a bit while he's waiting for doom and gloom to happen. One thing you should never bet on is that war equals instant down, right? There's been a lot of fucking market pumps that happen while war and people are dying all over the place. So we'll get down here and let's look at our reses, what we got. Guys, remember the breakout range we gave you? 2 different places to plan, right? Flag underneath the chop zone, down, went to an area of volume we have and came back. Now we're in here. Treat this the same way, right? We have this guy. He opens inside this zone. I can't, what just happened? Okay, there it is. This can very much set up a structure in here. You get a version of this and he rotates. Pay attention to this blue level I have inside the box. It's got to be your line in the sand is this high. And when he gets into basically, if he gets into this location off the gap, this is where you care, right? Above here and between the box high, this is where you can actually get like a structure like that to help you leave it. So patience, right? While we let this develop, it's a good area with a big ass gap that we're sitting on here and 2-2Bs through it to create this little climax high level in the range. So that's what I'm watching for today. If we can possibly get gas and the VIX actually on this pump begins to fucking track back and fucking Peter Schiff saves the fucking entire world from a horrible Monday. It's very possible. He's that dumb. So paying attention to that right there. So we give a shit about. And then NQZ, I'll do this on here, 2023. Do I have any levels for him? I don't have the greatest level set up for him. Oh yeah, these are OG ones from like back in the show. So cool. I don't know when the hell I made this, but it looks good to me. So that's what you're watching, Chuckles. So this is it, right? We look at this right now, and we look at the entire pullback here. We did a lesson on this on another page. I don't know where I did it. I don't think I did it here. No, I didn't. But when you look at this, right, you look at populate. Hold on, something's not turning on. Okay, there it goes. Right, we move from local monopolies, localized monopolies from one localized monopoly to another. And so you have to look at where populations of people are, right? People are priced, and they're where the markdowns come from, right? A counterposition against the aggregate, mass that's going in one direction is what gets marked down until those people capitulate and fucking create another position that allows them to go another way. So we look at this and we can see where, the local population was here. It was created, actually up top here, it was created by a long time correction through. And the reason I draw these curves is to kind of demonstrate how long price is in a place as it rotates through space and time. So while price is right here, most people don't realize that price is actually aggregating volume the entire time until it gets here. So price takes time to rotate through time and it creates the localized monopoly. Such is the same when we look at this, right? He's actually incidentally been in the same place since September 22nd, which has allowed for this massive localized monopoly. So our room for ease of movement is between the two systems, right? So with the QQQ flag that you've seen and a little bit of futures, now you have a good picture into what is possible, right? The markdown from here, this was the main money-making move and the really rapid move, ease of movement. We get back between here and we have a chance for that. We have rapid ease of movement here and there and there. And if we stabilize above here, right, we have a chance to see us possibly do something to take a stat away. If we sit underneath this and fall back into the consolidation, this is a chop zone in the Qs. This is all quite dangerous, and it probably becomes a better idea to wait and be patient if you're not nimble enough to deal with him on the underside here for something like that. So keep that in mind for your NQs going into the open and your Qs as a proxy for any of you that don't have access to futures in the session. Crypto things, right now, what are we at? 910. Crypto things right now, always keeping eyes on BTC dominance. BTC dominance managed to break above 50 and continue to trend higher. It is not necessarily a good thing for the rest of crypto. Let me see. Why don't I have any drawings on this guy? Oops, wrong chart. Oof. Too much info in 50 minutes? What do you think? I'm doing my best to get you guys up to speed here. So just looking at our OG charts, right? This is OG Bitcoin. Regardless of what people think, he is attempting to rotate his largest bull flag ever, right? When we look at him from here, right, one of the things you can definitely see is just a basic bull flag. Where does Bitcoin rotate this flag? He rotates it here. He rotates this flag here. And the reality is this flag is rotated. So until further notice, you have a bull flag rotation and you have an uptrend. Even if he corrected all the way down to the lows, he would still be an uptrend as long as he doesn't take out the original low that this entire trend wave comes from. So that's some food for thought, right? And this does look scary. It looks a bit like a bear flag, and it's inside the same range. But until we crack this level, I don't think you worry that much about it. BTC dominance, which I intended to show you here. Where the fuck is the BTC dominance chart? Am I retarded? I know this bitch is on one of you. Where did I draw this thing? I have not accidentally deleted the levels on BTC dominance, have I? Oh, okay, it's just stupid to zoom in. There it is, my fault. So BTC dominance, we do want to keep track of him. BTC, you know, when he's king, a lot of people have a very hard time believing in it. They all tend to speculate on shitcoins and actually miss the boat on the guy who's the big elephant in the room. Ultimately, if we're going to get stable coins, going flat coins, sucking in new assets, RWAs, real world assets on chain, and we're looking for a massive amount of liquidity to start chasing things down like treasuries and, you know, some of these more institutional products they're planning to bring into the market, BTC is going to be a benefactor of it if it comes into the marketplace. So we do want to pay attention to this, right? We talked about this before. If BTC was able to escape this system, it'd be BTC's king moment. So he's managed to rotate this bull flag, and it means you should really look at him as leadership in the market until further notice, right? We look at this right now. This is what our setup we last had on Bitcoin, and this is one of the things that we had that was concerning was, you know, whether he followed this trajectory, like he followed this trajectory or rotate. He followed it, dipped through this angle, but it really failed to make it much deeper. And we had this guy here in orange that we did on the show for you. This is the last low of the last bull flag, and he managed to basically double bottom and hold it and rotate. Our trigger that we give a shit about, remember when we were coming up last time, is this 28.6 that he broke down through. It's still the same main level you give a shit about, right? So he stabilized on it just briefly above here, and we're waiting to see if he can actually recover it one more time. So until further notice, you know, from the most recent pumps, we're looking to see if we can actually recapture this. So I actually left that guy on Twitter, but I'm sure most people didn't pay attention. And so outside of that, DXY things, right? As much as we talk about the purchasing power of the dollar getting erased in risk-off periods, the dollar tends to be the best of breed in the currency world. Whether all currencies themselves as an asset class are doing shitty, he is the best of breed there. And when he tends to be the best of breed in that basket, he does produce a headwind to risk assets and to commodities alike, whether unless they are outsized, you know, performers to do better than the dollar. This is always something you pay attention to, because if he doesn't weaken out, it makes it very difficult to fucking find, you know, good traction in stocks. So we want to pay attention to what he does here. Let me shrink this down. And if we get a bull flag here and he continues, we know the euro has been losing major ground on settlement in the EU and SWIFT. And so right now, this is one of the path that we actually didn't think was most likely, but he rotated it, and this is continuing. And so we continue to extend this guy, and he is on our B path as he takes out that angle, and it's definitely worth considering. The longer term macro perspective was that this could be a gigantic bear flag in what is a massively declining euro position from fucking 08. And so at this resolution, you know, it brings the dollar's macro time frame back into perspective. The DXY on the same time frame, right, reflects a 7-year sideways range. He's actually bull flagged and landed on top of and sustained with a mile 2B and recoiled viciously on a bull flag rotation. So this is definitely something to pay attention to. If the world is going to go into a crisis, the dollar still tends to be the currency of last hope. And right now he's still showing that as risks on the planet go through the roof. Even with an attack on our purchasing power, it's hitting everybody else still harder than us. So that's Dixie, crypto, VIX, stonks. The meaning of BTCD at 50 means that like he is fucking like he's over 50% of the fucking crypto market. Isn't that what that means? I think it means he's like market cap is like half the market. Yep. So as he's moving into the 50s, sure, it's excessively strong. You know, a strong read for BTC. Shout out to everybody who threw me bits this morning. I hadn't actually got a chance to take stock and say thanks to everybody. Came in and kind of almost a little out of sorts in the way I do the show because it's been such a long time. But shout out to everybody who flung some bits. Why there's a lot of you. I guess I'll read them all. Peace outside, Winter Trader, Nutcracker. That's a great name. Abra, Kenichi, Joe, Perky G, Sweet Capless, Exploit, Karosh, K Breezy, $9 Smoothie, Devrin, Tilo, Mao. Appreciate everybody, man. There's a lot of you guys showed trades today. Enoch, Umut, Izzy. Damn, niggas. If y'all was like this every day, I wouldn't have fucking stopped. Nah, I'm kidding. Appreciate everybody that showed up to throw some things. Huh?
You ready to have your mind blown?
What's up?
Your request, USDT.D, is the only ticker that was asked for.
Y'all niggas only asked one symbol? All hands on deck, motherfuckers. You don't ask no motherfucking symbols, yo. Holy shit. Really?
That's the only one.
All right. Definitely watch that NASDAQ chart. If you get some gas, you know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers ask nothing. Don't be throwing no symbols in now, motherfucker. Don't be throwing no symbols in now, nigga. It's too late.
Nah, it's too late now.
USDT.D. That's all you want. That's all you get. Thank you for making it easy for me to get the fuck out of here in time, bitches. All right. No, seriously. So if we're going to de-risk, right, the USDT kind of is just like the DXY, right? It is the dollar side of crypto. If he's stronger, the denominations of your cryptos are stronger, it's fucking going to be a bear market in there. So the big problem is where we're structured out right now in USDT.D is this, right? And of all people, we just mentioned Enoch. Enoch's trigger level right here for the $1 tip I received is the catalyst to Armageddon. So pay attention to it, right? This is our trigger, and if he goes through this, it's going to be fucking de-risk central everywhere. So this is probably something good to watch in tandem with fucking risk assets in the stock market. So this bull flag is the bull flag you care about. This trigger he's holding, and we want to see how this develops, you know. This is your first sign of danger, and this is fucking all hands on deck if we start to blow this out and fulfill this path. So that guy is going to be inversely related to everything that you have, like Euro, ETH, USD. If this is rotating a bull flag, ETH, USD is rotating a bear flag. So we want to see if he, sustains that or not. So this is a particular volume range. This is kind of an inflection point. If we look at it, this is the last major volume range we have in ETH up here around 1600. And if he breaks this, he's going to about 1423 by 1408. That's the next place to land on another system that has, a decent local monopoly in it. BTC is slightly stronger, so he looks a lot less like that. But the bear flag that should be there is still visible. Come on, such delays. And so if USDT gets enough gas, he will take this out. If he fails, BTC will be able to sustain the bull flag he's structuring right here. And then we'd be looking for him to kind of find his way up into something like this and then go. Right? So this is the path if we get USDT to fail and not take out the thrifty Enoch level. And that should be about it, right? I think we talked about this guy. This guy is a decent map, I think, to pay attention to, since he is one of the key targets of the SEC and the issues going on around Gensler and Sam Bankman-Fried. That this guy is a hell of a line in the sand, and if we do get that USDT breakout, this line likely will be close to this at the same time. And like it says, big fucking danger if you see this get here or USDT.T go over the thrifty Enoch level. So these are all things to keep your eyes on. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much more. It's good to surprise y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed the show and learned a lot from it. Tikerson, I appreciate you getting up to fucking join me on this crazy fucking excuse for a fucking market show. It was a little nuts.
Great.
So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for coming out. Y'all motherfuckers make money today. Good luck, everybody. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.
Catch y'all later.
That was fun.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready to just Winternomics.